That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 25, check 25, check 25.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check 24, check 24.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen, flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
It's taken to the 26. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
180.
Hey. Check. Lucky.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Set. 20. Run.
What should be done?
Play fake. Mayfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
I don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Allen on third. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken the early lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On second and 11 now. Allen, and he finds Tyler Croft. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Allen looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And that takes us from second to third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man. That's Landry. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now Mayfield's throw finds Callaway complete. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime, because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 21 yards away. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover, because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds Yeldon. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Here's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, no.
like rocket fuel.
Benz from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Die from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no more. You better call back up. I'm running me down the finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and did it again. Put it in, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When you throw it, blinding my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at New Era Field in upstate New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Chicago Bears. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback and a Comes out to the 25-yard line.
Chinese! Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Shoot! Alert! Alert! Alert!
On play action, Allen. And the grab by Croft. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Allen's throw caught by Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Chinese! Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Record! Half.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen, he finds McCoy. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards the pickup there. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the run.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Cohen. The tackle made by Levi Wallace.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They go play action. Trubisky. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. On first down, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On play action, Allen. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Go!
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Now it's Trubisky, and this is Gabriel on the catch. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
59 mark, check. Hey, exit.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length.
Touchdown, Chicago! Cordero Patterson, 54 yards, and the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point up and through, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Allen going to leave it on the draw for McCoy. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. On 1st down, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Allen now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Allen.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. Nice pickup for a 1st down.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
Mike, 19!
I'm here all day.
A final shot before half for Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the third quarter with a run by Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He's crossing. He's checking. Rush in. Rush in.
Again, it's Cohen. Uses the spin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the half.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
At the 44-yard line.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
In your face.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Going up top for Miller. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe that...
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 34. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky to Gabriel, middle of the field. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Buffalo. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Here's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. Now Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. That is caught at the 7. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll come out in the pistol. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. First down, a run with Cohen. And he is going to lose yardage here. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block it. But short of that...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Out. That's in. Hey, home. Bravo.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And able to find John Brown. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 77. It's 1st and 10. Allen's throw is complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen, throw left side complete. That's McCoy. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch out.
56. Go.
Back to throw. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike is 59.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Eddie Goldman in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Get off the field. Hey, orbit. Mike 59. Mike 59.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looks like the Bears are going to win the football game. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. There's some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They try again with Cohen. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try to counter here. Cohen. And he's got some space here. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Now it's Trubisky. That's complete to the tight end, Broniker. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken very short. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.